Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Where you now join us for our main event. Please welcome Tom Dallas.
Well, as everyone knows, Tom Dallas only took this fight at short notice, and although the unbeaten prospect from Kent is considered a really big underdog, in a sense, there's nothing to lose. If he wins, everyone's going to be talking about him. If he loses, well, they can say it was down to a lack of preparation. Either way, he gets a big pat on the back for stepping in and putting himself in the firing line. Whatever happens tonight, there's every chance that Tom Dallas could emerge with his standing greatly enhanced. And no question, of course, that this is far and away the best opponent he's faced. But here comes the big fella, boxing in his own backyard. A guy who seems to be getting better and better and looks ready now to really take off. David Price.
And now, Liverpool, please welcome to the ring, David Price.
Let's join David Price on his incredible journey.
Well, Price has been sparring with David Haye, acting as a Klitschko clone. But tonight, the big man from Liverpool has to put his own career first when he takes on another British prospect with his eyes on the big time. Price has set his sights on following Haye to the summit of heavyweight boxing. But to get there, it's one step at a time. And that climb starts right now with this eliminator for the British and Commonwealth titles. One small step for the big fella, but the road to the top is a treacherous one. This place has really taken David Price to their hearts. A standing ovation as he comes in. Two real giants in there. Price, of course, 6'8". Dallas, little fella, 6'6". Price with the weight advantage, a stone and a pound, give or take, a little bit of a reach advantage as well. Now these two fellas, both bringing unbeaten records in. 25 fights between them. Don't go anywhere, because 10 of those 25 fights have ended inside a round, and it's a 10-rounder. Bob Me, our ringside statistician, but despite it being a 10-rounder, we have 3 scoring judges here. Why's that?
Yeah, Nick, that's as for the championship fight earlier. The British Border Control have used their discretion on this. They feel it's such an important fight. It's the right thing to do. Non-scoring referee, 3 ringside judges.
The officials appointed for this contest by the British Boxing Border Control in conjunction with the Commonwealth Council. Your steward in charge for both the British Boxing Border Control and the Commonwealth Council is Mr. Jeff Bolter. Your medical supervisor is Dr. Pinkney. The judges appointed for this contest by the British Boxing Border Control and the Commonwealth Council are Howard Foster of Doncaster, Mark Green of Romford and Ian John Lewis of Gillingham. And when the action begins, the third man in the ring will be your referee from Paisley, Mr. Victor Lachlan. This contest is proudly presented to you by Frank Maloney in association with Stephen Vaughan and generously sponsored by CYC, Southwark Metals, Red Square Vodka, Fake Baked Tanning Solutions and BBE Britannia Boxing. And now, fight fans, this is your main event, 10 3-minute rounds of boxing, and is an eliminator for both the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. Introducing to you firstly, in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, he fights out of Chatham and weighs in at 16 stone, 5 pounds and 8 ounces. He enters the ring with an undefeated 15-win professional career, 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome Tom Dallas. We go across the ring to his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim. He fights out of Liverpool and weighs in at 17 stone, 6 pounds and 8 ounces. As an amateur, he was a 3-time ABA Super Heavyweight Champion, a 2006 Commonwealth Games gold medalist, as well as returning from the 2000 Beijing Olympic Games as a bronze medalist. As a professional, he is undefeated with 10 contests. 8 of those 10 contests ending by knockout. Please welcome David Price. This is 10 3-minute rounds of boxing. Boxers, please.
Okay, guys, had your instructions in the dressing room. Remember, obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. God bless. Touch them.
Victor Lachlan, our referee, absolutely dwarfed by these two, as most of us would be. Eliminator for British and Commonwealth titles, and somewhere John McDermott, I'm sure, watching this, nursing that throat infection. He was the original opponent for Price. He's been promised a final eliminator against the winner of this one. They're mates, they've sparred together, but friendship very much on the back burner as these two big fellas get down to serious business. And both of them can punch, we know that. As an amateur, Price was on the floor a few times as well.
I think of the current crop of young heavyweights in the way up, I think Tom Dallas is the strongest, the single punch hitter. I think tremendous power he has. And I remember he has volunteered to take this fight. Price has had this match thrust upon him. I don't know psychologically if that gives him a slight edge, but he obviously fancies the job. He fancies he can get that big right hand home. And full credit to him for going for it.
And if he does get that big right hand home, who knows what will happen. These two faced American opponents last time out. Rafael Butler walked onto the end of a David Price long right hand and didn't hear the bell for the end of the first round, where poor old Tom Dallas ran into Zach Page and barely laid a glove on him. It was very fortunate. Oh, there's a shot. Very fortunate to get the decision. You never know with the heavyweights. One punch can end it all, and a decent little left hand from Price.
Yeah, Price's jab's working well in the opening round. You wonder if Dallas feels okay. He boxed a month ago in 8-round fight. You wonder maybe if he realises success, the earlier the better as far as he's concerned. You have to fancy Price is in the better shape of the two.
Another decent little left, and there's another one. And looked to land the right hand and followed up with a left as well. Good combination work from Price, letting the punches go, but Dallas having a go himself.
Price is keeping nice and cool, keeping his hands up, just stepping back from the punches, not pulling away from them. So Price has boxed well in the opener, cool and confident look about his boxing.
A lot of Dallas's early work is getting caught on the gloves and arms. Well, at least he's thrown some punches, and as we've all said, he kind of has nothing to lose here, Price. He can look very good and lose, and his stock could be enhanced. One of those right hands gets through.
I think Dallas has a problem. He telegraphs, you know, when he's about to throw a punch, whereas Price has a relaxed look and he just shoots the jab out. You don't see it coming, but you actually see when Tom Dallas is about to do something.
Good shots from Price. Yeah, he really lets the punches flow, doesn't he? Whereas you say, Dallas, you can also almost see the thought process going on at the moment, and we forget that Tom Dallas is still young. He's less than 3 years a pro. There's a lot of development in his career to come, but he took a few shots there in that first round.
Inside, drop the shot up inside.
Trainer Franny Smith in Price's corner was very happy with his man after that first round. You can see why.
Yeah, well, that just pretty much underlines the fact that tremendous start on this one to Price. Feel sorry for Dallas because he's having to chase this, so couldn't get in close enough to get any powerful punches home. Landed a couple of shots, but all the good work coming from Price.
So round two of this British and Commonwealth heavyweight title eliminator. David Price, the local man in the red of Liverpool, against the man from Kent, Tom Dallas, the man who's taken this at such short notice after John McDermott had to withdraw, which was such a shame. We were all looking forward to that one. But Dallas can certainly bang, and with the heavyweights, it's a cliche, but it's a fact. One punch can change everything.
I mean, we have to remember Price, you know, is an Olympic class boxer. So I don't think Dallas is going to box his way close to get the big punches. I think he's going to have to take some chances, throw caution to the wind a little bit. He's not going to land single punches, so he's going to have to commit himself. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah, Dallas getting picked up with that left hand once again. The longer it went on with Zach Page for Tom Dallas, the more his work seemed to deteriorate. He was just moving in straight lines, no movement at all, which I'm sure is something that his handlers have worked on.
Yeah, it was just short of ideas, but I'm sure after a performance like that, he's been straight back to the gymnasium again to try and address that. So he's probably still in good shape. Okay, there's a difference between good shape and actually in shape for an important match. So again, we have to realise that Price will be in better shape. But Dallas is doing well, is competing, but just can't get close enough to get anything effectively off. A good shots there from Price.
Yeah, and Price having some success with that left as well. Dallas is throwing punches and gets through with a decent right to the body there, but a lot of his punches are getting caught on the gloves and the arms.
Now you can see why Dallas has fancied the job. You know, he's come close a couple of times, but the quality really is coming from David Price, especially that jab. Stepping in with the right hand now. Did that trouble Dallas a little bit? Is that a nosebleed maybe? That
I think that
looked
might
like
be
a powerful shot there.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of red around the nose of Tom Dallas. Again, he can't get into range. Definitely a nosebleed now.
Now there's a thumping right hand from Price.
Well, he is setting him up nicely, isn't he, with these left jabs. Switch downstairs, the right hand gets him. And I don't think Tom Dallas is going to recover from that. That is another one-punch knockout from a guy whose power looks absolutely sensational. And look at that, no celebration from David Price, because Tom Dallas and he are good mates.
Well, that was class all the way through from David Price. His defence was sound, with question marks over his chin. He'll probably be fed up hearing people talking about that. But we don't know that because he hardly took a decent punch on the chin. That's nice to see sportsmanship. They're good friends. I believe Tom Dallas would have been well paid to step in here tonight, but full credit to the man for putting his undefeated record on the line. And here's the result here. Maybe an expected result, but full credit to him for making the effort.
That right hand of David Price carries serious weight. That's back-to-back one-punch knockouts now. One might be a fluke, two, forget it. Just ask Tom Dallas. That is some serious power. But he set him up so well with the left hand.
I was just about to say the patience he showed as long as the fight lasted. He was never in any hurry. He landed a thumping shot earlier in the round to the nose, which was a bit of a sickener. Then you see Dallas, I don't know, maybe he could have pulled himself together. I don't think so, because he still looked pretty badly stunned. Even sitting in the corner now, he looks stunned. But he picked the shot beautifully. Didn't waste a single punch from the opening bell, David Price. I thought it was class all the way through. And okay, Tom Dallas is a bit of a hero, but I wonder already if he started maybe to regret the decision he made. Lost his undefeated record. It's important maybe for heavyweights to keep undefeated records. Derek Chisora almost boxed for a world title because of an undefeated record. But his is gone forever, but no shame, because that was a touch of class from David Price. Look at that, bang on the chin, beautiful punch. That really was a finisher. And the confidence, he's punching harder now with the confidence, setting himself. They're still administering to Tom Dallas in the corner at the moment, but everything's fine. He's walking out to the centre of the ring now.
Yeah, he looks okay, doesn't he? Yeah, which is good. And David Price leading the applause for Tom Dallas, who did a terrific job of stepping in and, boy, paid the price, didn't he? That right hand of David Price really hurt. It's going to do some damage at a very high level in heavyweight boxing, you suspect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time, 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the second round. Your winner by a technical count out and still undefeated from Liverpool, David Price.
Mutual respect between two real warriors. David Price extends his unbeaten record to 11. His 9th knockout victory. Look at the height difference as well with Frank Maloney. We'll be hearing from David Price and our guests Glenn McCrory and Johnny Nelson. Their big fight reaction is coming next. Price gets it right on the night. A huge right hand ends Tom Dallas's unbeaten record as Dallas is sent spinning. It's 11 unbeaten now for Price. He's ringside with Ed Robinson.
Well, David, a stunning one-punch knockout. Did you make a real statement there tonight?
Yeah, I think so, but I think first and foremost I'd just like to say how much I appreciated Tom Dallas stepping in at late notice. It took real guts to do so, but I still didn't expect to win in such spectacular fashion against such a tough man, so I think I did make a statement.
Were you setting him up for that right hand?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was just trying to stay switched on mentally rather than throwing 100 punches around at first. I was just trying to see what he was going to bring to the table. But yeah, I could see the opening as the fight was going on, and it was there to be taken.
Do you feel if you hit anyone in the world with that right hand, they're in trouble?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, it is a good, powerful punch. It always has been since the back end of my amateur career. So, you know, it's nothing new to me that. But you know, I think it could take many heavyweights out if it lands right.
Frank, mixed feelings at ringside because you promote both guys.
Yeah, for David it was like a great result. You know, he had more to lose than Tom, but you know, full credit to Tom, and you know, Tom will be back. There's no doubt about it. He's still part of our stable, still part of the company. But you know, tonight belongs to David Price, and we saw Liverpool got behind him, and hopefully the whole of Britain will. This guy is the best heavyweight out there by David Hay at the moment in Great Britain.
Well done, Frank.